happy to be here in unskyped form. No substitute to a face-to-face presentation, I believe. So to the Acting High Commissioner for Australia, Susie Wilson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Adrian Hughes, and I'm the country head for Westpac Banking Corporation, but today I'm in here in my capacity representing Westpac Pacific Banking. And Westpac, for those of you who are not aware, is represented in 7 countries across the Pacific. So I might start off with a statement or some research, if I may, just to set the scene. I was reading an article on the weekend, an article by Booz Allen. And Booz's research predicts that 1 billion women will enter the workforce over the next decade. 1 billion. That's the size of China and India. It also talked about if women in the US, Japan and Egypt were employed at the same rate as men, the GDPs in those countries would be higher by 5, 9 and 34% respectively. Really important numbers and research to think about. Talks about there are 2 true measures about gender participation in the workplace. Firstly, where organisations have policies in place that support women. And secondly, it's a very important key performance indicator, which as bankers we're interested in, is the number of women in senior roles in organisations. Policies and participation. So today, in my capacity as General Manager for Westpac, representing Westpac Pacific Banking, I'm going to talk about the programs that Westpac has in place to support women and gender equality and talk about some of the outcomes. And I have to say, I've been in banking for 30 years and I've seen quite a dramatic change in women's participation. Women moving from the secretary's desk into the boardroom. And I want to talk about that a little bit later. So Westpac's ambition is to be one of the world's great companies, helping customers, staff and communities prosper and grow. And to be a great company, we need to promote gender balance. We're fortunate in that we have Gail Kelly at Westpac. Gail Kelly has policy, a mission, ambition to have 40% of women, 40% in senior leadership roles. I'm proud in the Pacific that we're much higher than that. For example, in the 20 branches that we have throughout Fiji, more than half of the bank managers are women. These are leaders in their local communities. In many of these local communities, they're probably the largest business. And here we have women managers, bank managers, empowered to run a balance sheet, a profit and loss account, make the decisions, being an influential member of the community. My leadership team, 50% are women. This is not quota based, this is based on merit. Because my women in my leadership team add value to my business. They consult more widely, not as impulsive in their decision making, and as leaders, they're nurturing and will invest in their people to bring out the best. We have three themes in Westpac Pacific. Literacy, which is all about giving women the tools and the knowledge to progress. Recognition, it's about encouraging, giving confidence, making women role models for others to follow. And grants, educational grants, which is about giving money, funding to women so they can further their education. In literacy, we'll talk about literacy for a moment. We have workshops across the whole of the Pacific. Tens of thousands have attended these literacy programs. It's about giving knowledge to local communities. We understand, particularly in Fiji, that most of the major financial decisions, if not all, are made by women. It's important, therefore, that we give access to knowledge to these women in the communities. And the access to banking. In 50 communities across the Fijian archipelago, communities have access to banking for the first time. Tellers in communities we're talking about. Deposits, transfers, account balances. Access to the banking system for the very, very first time. Thank you. Recognition, it's through our women in business programs, Fiji's, Samoa and Papua New Guinea. Rewarding, recognising women for the great things that they do. I've got a minute left. I'll finish by saying that we truly believe that women are one of the most underutilised economic assets of the world economy.